Good relationships keep us happier and healthier.
Did you know that modern psychology is now saying something Islam taught 1,400 years ago? Today, therapists talk about emotional regulation, attachment theory, mental stability, and social cohesion. But the Prophet Muhammad spoke about all of this through marriage. So here's the real question. Is marriage just a cultural expectation, or is it actually a psychological and social stabilizer designed by Allah for the human mind and society? Stay with me, because what science is discovering now, the Sunnah already knew. In today's world, especially in the US and West, marriage is often delayed, avoided, or seen as unnecessary. Many people believe freedom means staying unattached. But at the same time, anxiety, depression, loneliness, and social breakdown are at record highs. Islam offers a different view. Marriage in Islam is not just romance. It's not just tradition. It's a sunnah, a prophetic way of living that protects the mind, heart, and society. Let's explore how the Prophet Muhammad framed marriage and how modern science confirms its wisdom. The Prophet Muhammad spoke about marriage in very strong terms. He said, "O young men, whoever among you can afford it, let him get married, for it is more effective in lowering the gaze and guarding one's chastity." This hadith already highlights psychological control, sexual regulation, and emotional discipline. Another powerful narration. Marriage is part of my sunnah. Whoever turns away from my sunnah is not from me. Notice, marriage is not presented as optional luxury. It's part of the prophetic lifestyle. The Qur'an describes marriage in deeply emotional and psychological terms. And among his signs is that he created for you spouses from among yourselves, so that you may find tranquility, Sakīnah, in them. The word Sakīnah means calm, inner peace, emotional safety. And Allah continues, "And he placed between you affection and mercy." Surah Ar-Rum, Ayat 21. This is not just love. This is emotional bonding, compassion, and long-term security. The Prophet himself was married, emotionally present, affectionate, communicative, and supportive, modeling what a stable marriage looks like. Now let's look at what modern science says about marriage. 1. Mental health and marriage. A large-scale study published in the Journal of Health and Social Behavior, 2019, found that married individuals have lower rates of depression and anxiety compared to those who are single or cohabiting. Why? Because stable marriage provides emotional regulation, predictable support, reduced loneliness, secure attachment. Psychologists call this secure base theory. Having one reliable person lowers stress hormones like cortisol. Islam already described this as tranquility. Sakīnah. 2. Attachment theory and Sunnah. Modern psychology talks about attachment styles. A 2024 study highlighted that stable marriages are linked to lower levels of depression, anxiety, and loneliness, much like the tranquility described in the Qur'an. Think about it. When you're married, you share burdens, celebrate joys, and have someone to talk to at the end of a long day. This releases feel-good chemicals in the brain like oxytocin, which promotes bonding and reduces cortisol, the stress hormone. Marriage in Islam encourages commitment, responsibility, mercy over ego, conflict resolution. The Prophet said, "The best of you are the best to their families." This creates emotional safety, exactly what psychologists aim to build in therapy. 3. Physical health and longevity. A 2017 study in the American Journal of Epidemiology found that married people live longer and recover faster from illness because they tend to have a better immune response, lower blood pressure, and healthier routines, all of which are reinforced through emotional accountability and consistent mutual support. Islam didn't separate physical and emotional health. Marriage was designed to protect both. 4. Social order and society. On the social side, marriage contributes to broader balance in communities. A 2025 study published in the Journal of Marriage and Family showed that stable marital histories predict higher happiness and health across lifetimes, leading to stronger societies with less isolation. Economists and sociologists note that married people often have better financial stability and lower crime rates, creating ripple effects for families and neighborhoods. Psychiatrist Robert Waldinger tells about the famous Harvard Grant study, spanning nearly 80 years, concluded that good relationships, like those in healthy marriages, are the biggest predictor of long-term happiness and health.
Is that social connections are really good for us and that loneliness kills. That good relationships don't just protect our bodies, they protect our brains.
Science explains the how through emotional support and shared responsibilities, while the Sunnah provides the why, rooted in divine guidance. Islam calls marriage a shield, a responsibility, a foundation of Ummah. The Prophet warned against unregulated desires because social chaos follows. Science now confirms this. Spiritual wisdom and balance, 7 to 8:30. Here's the beauty of Islam. Marriage is not only about mental health, and it's not only about desire. It's about balance. Islam recognizes that humans need emotional connection, physical closeness, spiritual companionship. When the Prophet encouraged marriage, he wasn't just managing behavior, he was protecting hearts. Science explains how marriage stabilizes us. Islam explains why. Marriage is where ego is softened, patience is practiced, mercy is trained daily. That's spiritual growth disguised as daily life. So how do we apply this Sunnah today, especially in the West? 1. Redefine marriage. Stop seeing marriage as perfection. See it as emotional partnership and growth. 2. Prepare, don't delay forever. Islam encourages preparation, emotionally, financially, spiritually, not endless delay. 3. Choose character over image. The Prophet said, choose for religion and character. Psychology agrees. Values predict marital success more than attraction. Psychology agrees. Values predict marital success more than attraction. 4. Invest daily. Add small acts in your married life. Listening, appreciation. Do it together. Emotional presence. These strengthen both the brain and the bond. Marriage in Islam is not outdated. It's timeless design. What modern science is slowly uncovering about emotional safety, mental health, and social stability, Islam already embedded in the Sunnah. The Prophet Muhammad gave us a model that protects the individual, the family, society itself. Reviving the Sunnah of marriage is not about pressure. It's about healing hearts and building balance. The Prophet said, the world is provision, and the best provision of it is a righteous spouse. Sahih Muslim 1467. If this video helped you see marriage differently through both faith and science, then please like, share, and subscribe. Let's revive the Sunnah, not just as tradition, but as wisdom for modern life. Until next time, may Allah place Sakīnah, mercy, and balance in our homes. Ameen.